Hello, my lovelies. Today is going to be a great day. I got my inspiration back, y'all. I lost it for a couple of days, but I got it back. So let's talk about Ghede La Flambeau and his influence in our lives. Now look, please work with me here, okay? I need you guys to keep some very important things in mind, okay? When we're working or when we're dealing with deity, and when we're discussing the characteristics of deity, okay? We need to understand that they each have an identity and a purpose, okay? A main purpose. The personification of a deity also represents his identity, all right? We are able to identify deity by specific characteristics, how they manifest in our lives, okay? However, the way that they manifest in each of our lives on an individual basis, and even as events that transpire in the world or matters that we find ourselves involved in, all right, that they have the ability to take on a multitude of forms. So the way that he influences me may not be the same way that he influences someone else. And the way that I describe his characteristics to you may differ from the way that someone else describes his characteristics, because we all have been endowed with different perspectives, okay? Different perceptions. That's what makes us unique. That's what sets us apart. And that's the reason why you have people who believe that there is more than one God in the world, okay? Because how they manifest in our lives, and they are further acknowledging the fact that we have different perspectives. And it is completely oppressive, completely downright evil and oppressive to try to force someone else to see things the way that you see things. You can share your perception with someone else, but it is oppressive to try to force them to accept your view of a situation. So let's keep that in mind moving forward, okay? Ghede La Flambeau is one of my favorite deities to work with. And what we're going to talk about today is his sexual side. Did you hear me? We're going to talk about that. Ghede La Flambeau, and this is coming from a feminine aspect, okay? A feminine aspect. This is a masculine, a very masculine and dominant energy. And when he manifests in your life, he's coming into your life to teach you a very valuable lesson about passion and how to use it, what it's really used for, regardless of how you see it and what you have been trained to believe. He's going to show you the truth, all right? He's going to show you how you can use it to come up. Because when he manifests in your life, he also manifests as success. He's coming to bring you success. He's coming to bring you a gift of strength, determination. He's going to help you mature. When he leaves, you will have the experience and the knowledge and the wisdom of an elder. All right? Because Ghede La Flambeau, when he does materialize in your life, he's going to take on a physical form, but he is an ancestor somewhere in your lineage. This is a man who is driven by passion, by lust. His name is Ghede the Flame, okay? Ghede La Flambeau. He's driven by passion and lust. Okay? Whatever it is that he's passionate about, that's the direction that he's going to go, and he's not going to allow anyone to get in his way. So move out of the way, sisters, if you don't want to get trampled on. I'm telling you right now, don't try to possess a Ghede La Flambeau. Let him go and let him come as he please. If you let him go and he come as he please, when he's going to always come back. He's going to always come back to you. Whatever he's doing when he's not with you, sisters, you got to learn how not to worry about that. Find something to do. Find something to do. If you're worried about what he's doing with his penis, because there could be a strong possibility that there may be another woman. Because a lot of the Ghede La Flambeau energy, it materializes in a man's life as sexual addiction. So this man may be a sex addict. But if only you knew what was going on the spiritual side. That's why I say don't get caught up in sex. Don't get caught up in sex. Everybody that is in this world, everybody who has addictions or unnatural lifestyles, they're here in the world. And there's nothing you can do about it. They're here for a reason. Just like you're here for a reason. We all have a mission that we have to carry out. Don't come in this world arrogant thinking that you know this world, because you don't know this world. Most of us only know what we've learned in school, and that's not very much. That is very little about the world, because the secrets that you need to know have been hidden, tucked away safely, so that way you cannot expand beyond where you currently are. Those secrets have to be seeked out and searched out. And when you find those secrets, you're going to come to realize that these little petty things that got you hemmed up and caught up and, feeling like you can't go on or whatever, you're going to find out, you're going to see, man, those things are not important at all. They're not. You're going to see how much they really, really hold you back. Ghede La Flambeau, he comes with a powerful lesson about sex, ladies. Yes, you'll know when you have one. You'll know when you have one, because like I said, he generally has something else that he's very passionate about. Alright? He generally has something else in his life that he is very passionate about. Whether it be money, whether it be fame, fortune, or another woman. This is a very powerful man, so he attracts whatever it is that he needs in his life to maintain his success. But what's going on spiritually is that he's transporting energy from one place to the next. He's transporting power. That's why I say don't get in the way, because you're only going to hurt yourself. Because this is something spiritual that's going on. Don't get caught up in your passion and your lust, ladies. Don't get caught up in that, because it's not even about that spiritually. You'll find that when you get caught up with a man that you're trying to possess and trying to hold down and keep him from living his life, you're going to find yourself hurt. Am I lying? I'm not lying. You're going to find yourself exhausted. You're tired. You're burnt out. And you're hurt. Because you're trying to control this man's life and you're trying to stop him from reaching his destiny. That's exactly what's going on. You're trying to get him to do something he don't want to do. And you can't do that. There's nobody on this earth that you can control like that other than your child, and that's only up to a certain age. Then at some point you got to let them go so that way they can live their life. If you can't deal with a situation, if you find yourself with a Ghede La Flambeau and you can't deal with him, honey, then you need to move on and let him go, because he's not going to change for you. He can't change because he's built like that. He's built a certain way. He doesn't even He can't even wrap his mind around what you're talking about. He can't even wrap his mind around monogamy or something like that. You know, he can't. He's like, what the fuck is that? You know, no, that's not me. So what he'll do is he'll lie to you. He'll play games with you. He'll run circles all the way around you. You understand? And make you believe something that's not true. And he's still out there doing him. You know? And if every time he comes home to you, there's a lot of drama, he's going to make someone else dominant. And that's who he's going to always go back to. He'll come to you when he needs to recharge his vitality. And then he'll leave and he'll go back to his main chick who makes him comfortable when he comes home. So that's up to you. Like I said, that's up to you. You know, some women, they can live that lifestyle and some women can't. You know, what he requires from you when Ghede La Flambeau comes into your life, what he requires from you is strength, confidence. He influences you to take risks. He influences you to change, all right, to upgrade, to let go outdated behavior patterns, outdated thinking, outdated, you know, actions, behavior, things of that nature, in exchange for something greater. He's not bringing oppression. He's needing for you to be confident. That's what he desires. He loves confidence because he's a fire deity. He loves confidence. He loves power. And that is what he's attracted to. So generally, if you attract a Ghede La Flambeau in your life, it is because you are on a particular path of growth. You're on a particular path, and there's something that you need to learn. And like I said, he brings with him many, many gifts. You'll generally know, sisters, when you have a Ghede La Flambeau in your life. Because like I said, them men are so powerful. These are the men in your life, girl, who give you the most powerful orgasms. I mean, you can feel the spirit just leave your body. You can feel the spirit leave your body. Them kind of man right there. They literally put a spell on you. And then they leave and cause you to wait. And cause you to wait. You try to outwait them. And you find yourself not being able to wait. And you be like, man, when he coming back? When he coming back? And when he come back, he do the same thing again, and then he leave. He go on about his business. I'm okay with that type of relationship because I'm older, and I don't want nobody trying to control my life and trying to dominate me or anything like that, you know. But at the same time, I also love the pleasures that the earth has to offer me. That's why it is said that it takes a very mature woman in order to deal with that type of man. Okay? He is not about possession. He does not want to be possessed. Does not want to be held back or held down from doing whatever it is that he got to do. Alright? He's very powerful. When he step in the room, the whole fucking room clear out. At least that's what it feels like. And he's only focused on things that are going to give back to him. You know, if you don't have anything to offer him or to benefit him, he's going to keep it moving. You have to serve a purpose in his life, otherwise he will not deal with you. Will not deal with you. And like I said, the way that we see sex, Ghedes, they don't see sex like that. They fucking laugh at us the way that we hold on to sex and shit. They fucking laugh. They be like, these fucking clowns. And they make fun of us. And they manipulate us in the world just because how we see sex. A lot of us see sex as love. Sex and love are not one. Sex and love are not the same. There are men out here who are raping women. Are you trying to tell me that they love these women? No. Sex and love are not the same thing. We have to learn how to separate that. Oh God, I just heard some gunshots, y'all. Sex and love are not one. And Ghede La Flambeau will come into your life and remind you of that. Any Ghede spirit that you deal with, Oya and the whole house of Ghede, they are going to show you. They are going to show you that sex and love are not one, and you're going to have to, they will put you in a situation and make you totally detach the one from the other. You know, and let me tell you something, when you're able to detach the one from the other, that's when you're able to really, really full joy it. That's when you're worried about diseases, don't have sex. Don't have sex. Because when you came into this world, sister, unless you are twin, you didn't come into this world with no man tied to your hip. You came into this world alone. So you need to learn how to rock by yourself first before you start thinking about getting in a relationship with anyone else. Because when you start to rock by yourself and you learn how to be comfortable with that and you find pleasure in that, rocking alone by yourself, you're going to wait for that man to leave and go do whatever the hell he want to do, and you ain't going to even care about it. All right? You ain't going to even care about it. You ain't going to even care about it. Possession is the one thing. It's not, to me, it's not like really sex that destroys relationships, but it's possession. You know, it's possession. You know, this is my dick and my pussy mentality. That's what fucking destroys a union. That's what destroys a union. Ghede La Flambeau comes into our lives to help us to release negative energy. What's going on spiritually, like I said, he's transporting that negative energy. So basically what happens is when you have sex with this Ghede La Flambeau and you release this powerful orgasm, all right? First of all, that's an out-of-body experience that we'll talk about further on down the line. But you have this powerful orgasm with him, all right? When you release all this toxic energy, he takes this toxic energy and he transforms it. You gotta understand the science of it. So he takes this toxic energy and he transfers it. He exchanges it with another source, all right, that is some distance from him or from you or whatever. He makes an exchange. He takes that energy and he brings it back. So he transforms that energy into a source of fuel that is useful, okay? And that's what makes him successful. So that's what's going on spiritually, and that's what's going on scientifically. It has nothing to do with my dick and my pussy type issue, all right? That's what's going on in the earth, okay? But on the physical, on the spiritual plane, it's something greater there's something greater taking place. That's why it is advised that you do not get in the way of the process, because you lose a lot of vitality in the process by trying to possess this Ghede La Flambeau spirit. You know, this man who possesses this energy, or who's possessed with this energy. By you trying to possess him, you will be drained of energy. You'll have a lot of setbacks. You'll find yourself having a lot of problems. You can't reach goals, you know, and you're constantly just waiting around. You're not doing anything. You're wasting a lot of energy and waiting for this man to come back. You know, you're losing a lot of energy, and it is vital energy. I'm talking about vital. I'm talking about in big portions of energy that you're losing as well. You understand? So if you have one of these type of, maybe you're involved in a three-way type relationship with a man who either has other things or that he desires most, or another woman that he's involved with that whom he desires as well, you know, you either have to let him go and do whatever it is that he need to do, And at the same time, you find yourself something to do, you know, be confident in yourself, you know, and knowing that ain't nobody better than you, you know. Or if you can't do that, then you need to let this type of man go, okay. If you find yourself sitting back and you're waiting on this man to come back to you, and what he does is he just comes back, fuels up. It's like a car. He comes back to fuel up, and then he's out again. Once he gets whatever it is that he's trying to get, he's out again. And a lot of women, they can't deal with that, you know. They can't deal with that. So they're like, damn, you know, and then they're jealous. And those are the things that he's testing, and he's trying to purify you of: jealousy, insecurity, a lack of courage, you know, the inability to take risks, you know, women who are weak, you know, who are imbalanced, who are focusing their energy in the wrong direction. You know, he's going to help put you on your path and point you in the direction of your goals, help you get focused, help you mature, you know. It's going to help you do a lot of things. And like I said, he leaves you with a great gift of strength. You shine like the light, and there's nothing that you can't achieve, okay? He's about making power moves, you know? That point when you make a decision, you say, you know what, this is what I want. I'm not going to allow anything to get in my way, and you're constantly focused on that. So if anybody comes in your way and they speak against it, or they try to fight against whatever it is that you're trying to do, you quickly just shut the door and get them out of your life. That's a Ghede La Flambeau, okay? I did a spell once for a sister. She had children, adult children, who lived in her home, and they were not helping her at all. In fact, they were making life very, very, very hard for her. And she wanted them to leave, but she just could not get them out of her house. She just didn't see that they respected her. And see, that's another thing that Ghede La Flambeau brings you. He gives you self-respect. He helps you build that self-respect, you know. So not only do you start to respect yourself, but once you start to respect yourself, everybody else around you, they start to respect you as well, you know. So you kind of like shine for the ancestors at that point, and the ancestors are uplifting you, and they're holding you up, they're sitting you on a pedestal, and they're letting you shine bright, you know. They want you to focus on them. When Ghede La Flambeau comes into your life, they want you to focus on them. And he's going to deter your focus off of whatever bullshit that you're focused on in your life if you deal with him long enough, and get you to focus where it is that you need to be, and that's on your ancestors. So if you are in a relationship with a man like this, and you find yourself, you're sitting back worrying, and you're waiting for him to come back to you, and you're jealous, and you're concerned about what he's doing when he's not with you, all right, the ancestors are there in your life letting you know that you need to be focused on them. Okay, you need to be focused on your destiny. You have something that you need to be doing. You need to be trying to progress your lineage, okay? At this point, you're needing to be removing generational curses, not to be focusing on sex, on your sexual organs, because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. When you're trying to control this man and keep him worrying about what he's doing when he's not with you, it's all about sex. And your lack of confidence. And that's why he's in your life, to help you build this up. So anyway, so she wanted, the sister that I was working with, she wanted the children out of her house, and she couldn't get them out. So I said, okay, you know what, let's find out what it is that we need to do. So I always do a reading before I do any type of spell work, just to let me know where I am, you know, what I'm working with, and so on and so forth, and what it is that I can do, if anything can be done at all. Okay, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. So I saw what was going on, and I knew who would be governing the situation. All right, so I did a ritual for her. All right, and I invoked Ghede La Flambeau. At the time, her man, he was locked up in prison, but he was on his way out. He was coming out pretty soon, all right? That was the vessel for Ghede La Flambeau to clear that house out, because when he came home, all right, that's exactly what happened. He came in there like a big fucking wind or something, and he just got cleaned house, cleared everybody out the fucking house. They packed up everything, and they moved, actually. They moved. And left everybody who was there, left them there. You understand? And they went and they got another place. So, you know, but he caused a big ruckus when he got home. He did call it big brother, and that's what Ghede La Flambeau does, because he's governed by Aries, and Aries is the planet of destruction. So when you call Aries in the house, he's about destruction, but he also governs, again, and I'm going to go right back to it, powerful orgasms. Powerful. Them ones that make them orgasms that they feel so good that they hurt. Them type of orgasms right there. And then he's not going to stop neither. He has a lot of endurance. He's one of those men that love to make you come. And he is not going to stop until you bust that nut. He's not going to stop until you bust that nut. He loves that. And then once you bust that nut, he's out. He's out. He's not the man that's going to cuddle with you afterwards. You know, if he does do it, it'll be for a short amount of time, because he got to go. He's on the move. He got to go. He's the man that when he get done, he may stay and chill with you for a few minutes, but at the same time, he putting on his socks, he putting on his drawers, he putting on his shoes, he putting up his pants, he getting his keys, he putting on his shirt. And he on his way out the door. Babe, I see you again. I see you next time. You know what I'm saying? I see you next time. I'll call you. And don't call him. Don't sweat him. Don't sweat him, because you have to make him miss you. Don't sweat him. Make him miss you. Find something to do. That's why I say find something to do. Keep yourself busy, because obviously that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be busy. You're supposed to be finding things to do that are productive. Things, if anything, things that are related to your destiny, spirituality, you know? Because if you sit back and you wait on him, he's never going to come. He's never going to come. And you're going to lose a lot of vital energy. Yeah, I love me some Ghede La Flambeau. I told y'all about that ritual I did in my backyard. And I drew the, I don't think I told y'all. I meant to tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all now. But I had drew this V. I drew the Ghede La Flambeau V in the backyard. Matter of fact, it wasn't even the Ghede La Flambeau V. It was Papa Ghede's V. Right? I drew it, and I drew it with cornmeal. As soon as I finished drawing it, right, and I dropped something in the symbol of the V, the crossroad. As soon, right, as I drew that V, my old man pulled in the yard and came, like moving real fast towards me, because that's how Ghede La Flambeau move. Moving real fast towards me, and he got this look on my face. He's looking at me like what you call me? He didn't say it, but that's the look he had on his face. And man, let me tell you, I was like, what? I said, I'll never forget that. And see, he has a lot of, sometimes Ghede, Oya comes through him. Sometimes Papa Ghede comes through him. Sometimes Papa Legba comes through him. All the Ghede spirits, and he has a lot of Ogun in him. A lot of Ogun in him. You know, so I experience a lot of that energy through him, and I recognize it when I see it. You know, not at first. I had to get to know, I had to become familiar with these deities before I was able to recognize them. You know? But the energy that I had the most problem working, well, I had issues with all of them, because when you work, it's very hard working with Ghede spirits, you know, very hard, because they're trickster energies, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not aware, if you're walking around here asleep, they will manipulate the shit out of you, cause you a lot of pain and sorrow, you know, a lot of suffering, and they require you to let go. They require you to fucking grow and to let go. And when I say fucking grow, I mean to grow the fuck up. They require that. But they also show you how to really have a good time without getting into any trouble, without losing anything. You know what I'm saying? They really show you how to fucking have a good time and in abundance. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you got to take a little of that world and a little of this world, and you gotta blend it in together, you know what I'm saying? And make harmony, create harmony with it, you know what I'm saying? So those are just a few details that I want to share with you about Ghede La Flambeau. Of course, there are so many other different aspects to him. This is just one aspect. I hope to be back in the future to share other aspects with you, to show you other ways that he materialized in your world. But what I spoke about today was about a man who is very passionate, and he is generally one who is in a three-way relationship. He is one who always has a side chick, you know, that type of man. So if you are in a relationship with this type of man, I just gave you some tips on how to deal with him, and so that way, and to help you see the situation in a way that will help you to be able to deal with him a lot easier. But even if what I've shared with you today isn't enough to help you deal with this man a lot easier, then like I said before, he drains you of your energy, or you allow him, you permit him as a woman to drain you of your vital energy, it is best that you just go ahead and cut him off. And please keep in mind, to each his own. So let us be careful about how we judge others and how they live their lives. Peace.